Hello, my sisters. This is Dr. Elise from Black Women Talking Back. Today is not the usual podcast. I'm using the platform to extend a call to my sisters to say that we are in a Sankofa moment and a Kairos time. I would like to share what's been on my mind and in my heart about the health and safety and success of Black women in these unpredictable times, and the importance of knowing what time it really is, and to invite you all into an ongoing conversation. Lately, I've been watching the nation and our Black communities, and I have been asking, how long, oh Lord, how long? And the answer keeps returning, as long as you allow it. So I decided to ask a more specific question. How should Black women be thinking in this time of challenge and uncertainty? Where do we locate our brilliance, benevolence, beauty, and badassness at the edge of economic destabilization, eroding democracy, and rising authoritarianism, dressed in white male Christian supremacy and predatory capitalism, and in a moment that is actively disappearing Black women by stripping our bodily and reproductive rights, our jobs, our access to education, and the power of our vote, all while ignoring the epidemic of missing and murdered Black girls and women. It's come to me again and again that this is a Sankofa moment, that before we rise against the unknown future, we need to be about remembering, relationship, reflection, and reckoning. We also need to reestablish our core values, our identity, our courage, and our strength, because we've been inundated with white American values too long. But white American values cannot be ours. They don't work for us because they were never meant for us. After hundreds of years of trying, we have seen that we cannot heal and save America from itself. We can, however, heal ourselves and each other. Black women have been creating civilizations and building worlds from nothing since the beginning of humanity. We have what it takes. We've built complex geographical and cultural worlds, diverse communities of individuals and families, long before civil rights gave us a pseudo sense of belonging, protection, and agency. Yes, we can be about healing and building our worlds and reestablishing Black civilization, our values, not white patriarchal ones, not the master's tools, as Audre Lorde has said, are the measure by which we define ourselves, design strategies of change, and gauge our success. We have been stuck in the trickery too long. The trickery, belief in the American dream, the trickery, rugged individualism, the trickery, extreme capitalism, and the trickery, justice for all, just to name a few of the tricks. But the magic show has to be over. In Black theology, we would say this is a Kairos time, not chronological time. And so I would say that this is a Sankofa moment in Kairos time. This is a moment of truth, a turning point that requires courage, prophetic action, and decision that cannot be postponed. This is a time where there is no past, no present, and no future. There is only now. Now is when we do the work that makes the vision for ourselves and our progeny possible. Now is where we manifest by living, loving, and working ourselves into our liberation. That is where my mind goes. But my heart has a different question. My heart asks, in a time like this, how do Black women find self-love, deepen that love, share that love, compassion, care, and mutuality with one another? That is my heartfelt question. I believe whatever strategies we design to resist, survive, and thrive in these uncertain times will be futile if they are not grounded in love. Like many of my activist ancestors, I believe revolution cannot exist without love as both its foundation and its ultimate freedom. Together, we can build ecosystems that grow into civilizations that grow into new worlds where Black women are safe enough to soften, free enough to choose, loved enough to rest, and held enough to rise. Love is the foundation. It is the first practice. It is the sacred ground we stand on. And self-love is the strategy by which we move and have our being. This is how we lift our lives. This is how we lift each other. And this is how we are built for the long journey. So my commitment of love is to host a series of interactive Facebook Live conversations with a rotation of guests, beginning with the topic self-love and sharing love as our revolutionary foundation, followed by other topics like, what does a Sankofa journey look like at this time? What are our ancestors saying to us right now? And what does it mean and what does it look like to be about remembering, relationship, reflection, and reckoning before we rise against uncertain times? And where and how do we situate ourselves for a transformative revolution? These are just some of the topics. But if you are ready, if you, like me, are ready for a revolution that begins with us, then let's go back and fetch what was left for us by our foremothers so that we can move our people forward. Let's begin the Sankofa journey. Let's do what Black women have always done. Save ourselves, and in doing so, save our families, our communities for generations to come. Watch for announcements and Zoom links on Black Women Talking Back podcast platforms for the upcoming Facebook Live conversations. Until then, never forget, always in love with you. Peace.